The Member of Parliament for North West St. Catherine, the PNP's Damien Crawford, says he will not be drawn into responding to what he describes as coordinated attacks against him and his perceived supporters inside the opposition People's National Party. In a message posted to PNP WhatsApp groups on Thursday, which turned up online on Facebook, Damien Crawford accused some individuals of using proxies to attack him. He described the attacks as cowardly. And of course, you know the backdrop to all of this. Mr. Crawford, it is widely believed, is preparing himself for a leadership challenge next year, 2027, in the autumn, during the PNP annual conference. And apparently, it is a well-known, a closely guarded secret that he's putting together a team. A very well-guarded secret. Yeah? And they have launched attacks on him. It is all over social media. The bloggers, the proxies as he calls them, are attacking the egg dread. They disparagingly refer to him as the egg dread. Yeah? So he has responded. Robbie and Williams has more on that.
On Monday, Nationwide News reported that it's widely expected that Mark Golding will face a challenge for the post of president when the PNP puts the leadership issue to a vote at its annual conference in September 2027. It was also reported that the main challenge to Golding is expected from MP for Northwest St. Catherine, Damien Crawford. Sources told our news centre that Crawford has been quietly building a coalition of support among the PNP's 28 MPs in Parliament. We also revealed a list of MPs that have been grouped according to their perceived loyalty to Crawford and PNP President. That list, which NNN did not generate, was obtained from sources close to the PNP. It showed Crawford having the support of 13 MPs, while Golding had 9. The list has generated much discussion on social media, with some PNP supporters criticizing Crawford and accusing him of being ungrateful to Golding. Crawford responded to these claims in a WhatsApp message sent to comrades. In the message, the MP says he has made no public announcement indicating an intention to seek any leadership position within the PNP. However, he maintained that as a registered member of the party, he has the right to offer himself for any position should he choose to do so. Crawford also notes that under the party's rules, elections for the positions of president and vice president are not due until September 2027. He argued that a prolonged internal campaign over the next 14 months would be damaging to the party's prospects. The Northwest St. Catherine MP says he has made significant personal sacrifices for the PNP and has consistently supported the party's leadership despite what he described as repeated disrespect and resistance. He adds, quote, "I have reduced my own presence, literally jumping walls to avoid cheers upon entrance and choosing to flee situations where there was a clear reason to fight just to preserve the party's image. I will maintain my silence for these same reasons." Crawford also highlights what he says were his contributions to several key policy proposals, including debt forgiveness measures, a teacher retention plan, a 1 meal per child school program, rent-to-own housing initiatives, and increased income tax thresholds. He says while those contributions do not entitle him to any particular leadership position, they should at least earn him the right to exist in peace within the party. In closing, Crawford wrote, "If all truth were to be told, there would be no peace in Babylon. So let's continue work, knowing the next general elections might just be our most important." Robbie Ann Williams for Nationwide News.
Thank you, Robbie. Well, I don't know how much that will calm down things. Yes? But I would say to my listeners, one, there is no leadership election scheduled for this year, and we're only in July. What we're talking about is the possibility of such a contest 14, 15 months away in September next year. And I can't see the comrades going at it for 14, 15 months. Yeah? The second point I would make, we're focused now on Crawford challenging Golding, the likelihood of that. But with so much time to go, always remember that famous phrase. I think it was coined by the late former British Prime Minister Sir Harold Wilson. A week in politics is a long time. So, nearer to the time, as in next year, we may not be talking about Crawford versus Golding, but a crowded field. Crawford versus Golding, Dawes as in Alfred, and don't forget the member for South East St. Andrew, Julian Robinson. I thoroughly think and expect that closer to the time, it will be more hats in the ring. Robinson, Crawford, possible Dawes, and who knows who else. All right, that's where I shut up for the morning. Time for your calls.